Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Todd and Julie Chrisley refute divorce speculation. Chrisley Knows Best alums Todd and Julie Chrisley are refuting divorce speculations that have been circulating. The couple is currently serving a collective 19-year prison sentence. Yet, it is questionable if they can make it through this very hard time. Read on to see what the duo has to say about the situation. Todd and Julie Chrisley refute divorce speculation. Behind bars is not a good situation for a married couple who did everything together. This included starring in a show and having a podcast that they shared. Such is the situation for Todd and Julie Chrisley, who are serving their prison sentences, not just in different prisons. They are serving them in different states as well. So this has been extraordinarily hard, especially since Todd is set to be in jail for 12 years. That is 5 years longer than his wife. More so, they have left 5 kids and their little Chloe behind on the outside, as well as Todd's mother, Nanny Faye, who just overcame bladder cancer. Is it possible for them to stay together despite all of this? It appeared that they were headed for a divorce, per the Daily Mail, who had an insider who claimed such. Apparently, Julie was ready to end her relationship with Todd, but now, according to TMZ, they are refuting this claim completely. Their lawyer, Jay Sargent, clarified a divorce is not on the table in any capacity. Moreover, they have a strong belief and faith in God that will help them through this. Plus, both Todd and Julie Chrisley are firm believers that the justice system will win. They were recently granted oral arguments, which only happen in about 6% of cases. This allows the kids to explain why their parents should be home. Whether it will do anything is yet to be seen, but Savannah Chrisley is extremely grateful and optimistic for the chance. She has been raising her brother, Grayson, and niece, sister, Chloe, since Todd and Julie got locked up. A visit from Nanny. Admittedly, the holidays were hard for the whole Chrisley family. It was the first Thanksgiving with Todd and Julie Chrisley behind bars. Fortunately, Nanny Faye trekked down to Florida to see Todd and spend time with him. Though it would be different, she was going to celebrate with her son as best as she could. She also shared that Julie's parents would be with her. For now, the couple is holding strong regardless of the obstacles in their way. Over the past few months, as both serve their respective sentences in separate federal prisons, tabloids and online chatter have lit up with talk of an impending divorce. Some say Julie is growing distant. Others claim Todd is furious over a rumor tell-all. The stories vary, but the conclusion is always the same. Their marriage is over. But according to the Chrisleys themselves, those stories couldn't be further from the truth. In an exclusive letter sent jointly from their respective facilities, the couple breaks their silence, dismissing the swirling divorce rumors as nothing but noise from people who mistake our silence for struggle. Love through bars and barbed wire. We didn't fall in love on a reality show. Todd's letter begins in his signature Southern cadence. We fell in love when no one was watching, and we've stayed in love even when the whole world was judging us. That's something no cell can take from us. Julie's portion follows, written in her neat, elegant script. It's ironic. Now that we're physically apart, our emotional bond feels closer than ever. Todd writes me nearly every day. I save every letter, fold it 3 times, and tuck it under my pillow like a teenager. Their lawyers confirm that the couple speaks regularly via monitored prison calls and video chats. Despite the time limits and regulated conditions, the two have developed a rhythm: Tuesdays for laughter, Thursdays for faith readings, and Sundays for their virtual family table, where they both listen in while Savannah reads a devotional aloud. The birth of the rumor. Speculation began to intensify after a source close to the couple claimed that Julie was no longer the same woman after the first few months behind bars. The source added that she was considering all her options, which many interpreted as code for divorce. But Julie refutes that characterization outright. Prison has changed me, of course it has, but it hasn't changed how I feel about my husband. If anything, it's made me appreciate the depth of our commitment even more. Todd echoes her sentiment, albeit with his characteristic flair. They thought Julie would come out like a phoenix rising from the ashes and fly far away from me. Honey, let me tell you, Julie is a phoenix, but she's flying straight back to her nest. And guess who built that nest with her? Spiritual strengthening. I did. The Chrisleys, both devout Christians, say their faith has been the glue holding them together. Todd has reportedly started a Bible study group in his facility, while Julie volunteers in the chapel, helping other women cope with the emotional toll of incarceration. This chapter of our lives has stripped away a lot of the noise, the cameras, the chaos, the celebrity, Julie writes. What's left is a pure, unshakable love rooted in faith and tested by fire. Todd adds, I believe God doesn't bring you to something without a reason. We're still discovering ours, but one thing I know, He didn't bring us this far just to leave us. And He didn't bring Julie into my life just to take her away now. Savannah speaks out. Savannah Chrisley, the couple's daughter and unofficial spokesperson since their sentencing, has grown weary of addressing the divorce rumors. I've seen the headlines. They're gross, she said recently on her podcast, Unlocked. My parents are separated by prison walls, not emotional ones. I talk to them all the time. They are still as in love and as annoying with each other as ever. She even joked that during one call, Todd scolded Julie for not remembering the name of a perfume he liked on her. They're literally debating scents over a prison phone. That's not a couple falling apart. That's a couple doing everything they can to stay connected. Plans for the future. Though the release dates are still a way off, both Todd and Julie are already planning what comes next. They dream of a quiet life away from the spotlight, focusing on faith, family, and redemption. We don't need to return to television, Todd writes. But if we do, it'll be on our terms. No manufactured drama, no fake storylines. Just us, raw, real, and hopefully with a lot more gray hair. Julie chimes in with a softer tone. I want to garden again. I want to bake Toad's favorite lemon pound cake. I want to sit on our porch, holding his hand, and watch the sunset. That's what love looks like to me now. Not glitz, not glamour, just shared peace. A final word. Todd and Julie end their joint letter with a message not just to their fans, but to the doubters. We know who we are. We know what we've done, and we know what we've survived, they write. We also know that love, true, tested, and tough, doesn't crumble under pressure. It crystallizes. There's a PS too. One that only they could deliver with equal parts sass and sincerity. P.S. If either of us ever thinks about getting divorced, rest assured, it'll be to remarry each other all over again.